Welcome back to Sussex Farm for episode 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's 6:04 in the morning. It's been an interesting night. It's been a productive night. I've got a fair bit done. As you can see, I've got the Culti-plough back again. The Lemkin Gigant 800 with the two Kuhn DC 401s. Didn't work. The worker did not like it one bit. It kept going back over the same bit over and over again, which meant I couldn't leave a worker to do it, so it seemed pointless. So back to the Culti-plough. Now overnight, if I press the right button with this one, we are on, let's have a look at soil composition. So now you'll see, if I go to needs ploughing, I have now done field 28. That's what I started off yesterday. That's been Culti-ploughed. 26 has been cultivated. Well, I say it's been cultivated. I used the Culti-plough. 11's been done. I just kind of bounced it from field to field to field. 13's been done, and now 15's being done. There's a couple of bits it missed because there were trees down the bottom. Because there were trees around the bottom here, and there was a lot of trees around 13, which were causing issues for the worker. So the other thing I did was bought the Rayboard Xylor 6 something. Can't remember what it's called now. 1613. The wood chipper, tree feller, plough piece of equipment. Anyway, so this is nearly done. Once this is done, I'm going to do the top two strips, get those sorted out. Sorry. Now, very quickly, we have got some jobs to do. Our early morning, couple of runs to sort out. We need to do a quick fuel run. That's not about making money. That's about a contract that I've got for Automan 13. A couple of other people, I think Bear and Papa and somebody else. Someone needed fuel to Hagenstead. Someone needed fuel to Spectacle Island. So I take it down to the docks. So that's a contract. I will make money on it, obviously, but that's not what it's about. I'm not just doing it to make quick money. So up at the fuel depot, we'll grab the Oshkosh, we'll do a full load. Now as you can see, the money's gone down massively. I was on 857,000. I sold the last lot of wheat off of field 15, went down to CLG Bakery, and I got 10,000 for that, so I was up to 867. I bought the Rayboard Xylor. I also bought a tractor, which you'll see in a little while. It seems that I'm at that point. It's weird how I can do various different jobs on different Let's Plays. And on Lone Oak Farm, I'm thinking of getting another tractor. On this one, yesterday, in the last episode, I was saying I'm going to get another big tractor. And both episodes seem to have aligned so that the episodes are going to be back to back where I'm going to have new tractors, but that's just one of those things. So down to the dock very quickly. I know speed limits, I keep getting in trouble for that. When I get down to the dock, I have got a load of sheep waiting for me from Mark. That's payment for 150,000 litres of hay, which I haven't done yet, but he has sent the sheep, so that's good news. And when I take those sheep up to the farm, I'll be loading the pigs in, because the pigs are also going as part of a deal I've got, which I need to check the names on because I can't remember. Oh yes, it was Dan from Realistic Gaming. He's running a farm on... Sorry, I don't know why I stopped then. He's running... because I was checking my notes. He's running a farm on Sandy Bay, and he's been told by local council he's not allowed to use fertiliser, like liquid fertiliser, chemical fertiliser. He's got a deal with the local restaurant for pork, so he's going to have my pigs, and he's sending me, or has sent me, I think, 8 containers of liquid fertiliser. So we're doing a straight swap. He's having the pigs, I'm having the liquid fertiliser. So it's a win-win really. I'm more than happy with that. So this is just those quick kind of get these bits and bobs sorted out. So today's going to be about hay. It's a hay day. I've got all of those contracts for hay bales to finish, and Mark needs 150,000 litres. So I'm going to be making a lot of hay, I'm going to be baling hay, I'm going to be selling hay. And I'm too early, aren't I? Just suddenly realised the trigger hasn't come up. Oh man, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Look, first you need to fill the... yeah, I connected up. I was so busy talking I didn't even put any fuel in it. Okay, well, I'll see you back here in a minute when I've actually put fuel in the fuel tanker. That's probably a better way of selling fuel, is actually having some in it in the first place. So yeah, I'll see you back here when I've got fuel. That's better. Oh dear, what was I thinking? Right, okay. So for those of you who need a fuel, fuel is on its way. Yeah, that wasn't as much as it has been in the past, but that's okay. Right, that's going to stay here for a moment, only because I think I need to hand over to KJ Wiggum's Transport Company, because I've got 40 sheep here that need to go up to the farm. What really impresses me with this is the time that Mark has taken to actually make this invoice, and he sent it to me, and well, I've put it on here now. So yeah, it's really, really cool. 40 sheep. Thank you for that, Mark. They are going to be winging their way up to the farm. Let's get these up to the farm, shall we? You can always rely on KJ Wiggum's. Fantastic transport haulage company. Father and daughters. They dealt with disputes down at the docks. How did I know he was going to do that? So, blimey. So whereas normally they would haul for me, today they've just loaned me the vehicle. I say they've loaned me the vehicle. It'll go back to the docks, but which is one of theirs. It's kind of a round trip of jobs today, which is pretty handy. It means I haven't got to kind of drive over what they call dead ground. I was a postman for many years, and it was one of those phrases that anywhere that there weren't houses to deliver to and you had to walk, it was considered dead ground because you were walking over the ground, but then you weren't doing any delivery. That was always something to, it was always a waste of time. But anyway, I digress. So 40 going in. Now I've got 98, nice. Confirm, absolutely. They're going to need feed and water because that's a huge amount to put in one go. This is now going to go over to the pigs. And we're going to take our pigs out and they're going to go back down to the docks to go off to Sandy Bay. So it'll be easier just to go around the coast than it is. I've got the lorry there because actually, you know what I'm going to do before I go and pick up those. Let's stop that and get out of there. Like I say, it all becomes a kind of round trip then, and it works out. Now, contract that I've got with Barris is for 500,000 litres of total mixed ration. I take that to the livestock market for him. Overnight, one of the other jobs I did was made a load of total mixed ration using my lovely little feed mixer wagon here. Took a while, but I got there. So, when I say I made a load, I made a load. I filled the silo, so I'm pretty low now on hay and straw and silage, but that's no big deal. He asked for 50,000 litres a day, or I could deliver all 500,000 litres that he wants in one go. Wasn't sure how I was going to do that, so what I'm going to do is give him 70,000 litres each time until I get to that point. That kind of makes more sense to me. So this will go to livestock market. Yeah, so it's all, yeah, I'll come back with this, then I'll pick up the pigs down to the docks, and then we can get some hay done. That's the plan. I'll see the livestock market in a moment. Otherwise this whole episode's just going to be me delivering things, so nobody wants that, do they? There's farming to be done. Okay. Okay, so put it into the livestock market. The left hand side sell point there is pig food, the right hand side one is tier mark. This is where I've got to dump it, and then Barris will have it shipped or collected, I'm not too sure. But this is where it's coming to. First 70,000 litres. I do need to keep a tally of how much I've delivered though. TMR's worth a few quid, isn't it? Whoa. Mind you, I suppose you think all the time, the effort, gathering the crops together, 94,000 for that trailer load. Wow. I suppose, yeah, you think you're gathering all the things you need together to make it, you then use your mixer wagon to mix it, store it. So I suppose, yeah, it's going to be worth it. It's like buying animal feed, isn't it, I guess, at the end of the day. Okay, well that's the first load done, so Barris, there you go, that's on its way to you. Right, this goes back. I'll see you back at the yard in a moment. Right then, pigs. If I can find the point where I'm supposed to load and unload, because I can't remember for the pigs. Was it this side? Was it? It's around the other side. Where do we do? Where is it? Was it just here? Oh, it's here, isn't it? That's okay. I am being really dim, but never mind. It's just here. Right, so we'll get the pigs out. They'll go down to the docks, and at some point we'll collect the fertiliser and payment for that. I've been meaning to do this for a while and I keep forgetting. So, load. We started off with 5, I think, didn't we? We've now got 8. So we've had 3. That's pretty good. Right. Confirmed. That's good. Now that does mean that in the animal section... Oh no, it's still saying... Oh, doesn't matter. Anyway, that's been there for a while. Oh yeah. That's the point though. As I was saying, sheep, yeah, they need water, hay and grass pretty soon. So this now goes down to the docks. I'll drop this off, then I'll pick up the tanker, bring the tanker back, and then I'll see you back up at, I'm trying to think where I'm going to see you, at Plumpton Farm. So I need to pick up the equipment from Farmer Adrian, the grass man, silage king of Sussex, for doing the hay. So, okay, I'll see you up there in a little while. We'll grab that equipment and we need to start making hay. I am stood on the little cliff, I suppose, overlooking field 20. I've moved the culti plough from field 15. I tidied all that up, that's done. And it's now over here on field 20. I did stick with it for a few strips because I was worried about it turning the wrong way and going and then cultivating in all of my sugarcane, which still isn't ready yet. It's taking quite some time, but that's not too much of a problem. That's going to carry on. I'm up at Plumpton, as you can see by the sign, and Farmer Adrian's equipment is on standby as ever. So, what I have done, which I realised I had forgotten, because the Chrome Big M 500 has got it's got the PTO, but it's got a normal like trailer hitch, and I have been using for making hay off the back of that the little PZ Zweigers hay bob, the used one from in-store, which is brilliant. It works perfectly because if I have the straw swath on the Chrome Big M, that keeps it in a straw swath, but not straw swath, a swath. That keeps it in the swath, but also turns it and makes it into hay. So that's perfect for doing that. It doesn't spread it all over the place. But what you do need is the Gregoire Besson trailed lifter. This is part of the big bud pack. So if you go into ploughs, it's here under trailed lifter. And the beauty with that is it takes a normal trailer hitch attachment this end, and it has a 3-point link on this end. So with that being said, best foot forward and all that, I'm going to grab the Chrome Big M. Now I could do the 2 fields here, right by Plumpton Farm, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go down and do the 2 big fields over by the BGA. One, because I haven't really been over there and used them before, and 2, because all of the hay I'm making is for hay bales for contracts, which are going to be shipped. It makes more sense to have them all down near the harbour anyway, I thought. So this I have sort of worked with quite a bit on different Let's Plays, and this rig works really, really well. Now yes, you can use normal mowers, you can windrow, you can TED and all the rest of it. And on various Let's Plays I've done just that. I've used various different bits of equipment on various different Let's Plays. The Chrome Big M makes this a lot quicker and a lot easier, and obviously because Farm Raging has this equipment, I would be a fool not to use it, although that was probably the worst route I could have gone across there. There's plenty of grass on this map all over the place. The fields that are allocated, the G fields, which are not gangster fields, just grass, they're not all G. Because you can fertilise them, it does mean you can get higher yields, but if you look at the ends of each of these fields, there's grass all over the place. And if I go down here now past the grain storage facility, there's a big long strip on the right again here, and then there's a strip that runs. There are trees on it, but there's plenty of grass. I'm not going to run short, so that's not too bad. This isn't the fastest bit. Well, I say it's not the fastest. It's 26 miles an hour. I suppose because I've got used to going around the map from various different trucks and lorries, it does seem quite a sedate pace using this. It didn't take too long to get here, to be fair. Now, this all did have a spray, and there's plenty of grass here. I'm going to do it all hay, then I'm going to bale. I'm trying to think, how many do I need now? I've got a list. I'm going to check my list. I think I need 100 for Adam, I think. Yeah, Adam needs 100. AW, 100 hay. Cody needs the 25, so that's 125. Jonathan has asked for 56 grass to go to Oakfield, which is an odd number, but anyway, and 150,000 litres yeah, to go to Mark. So yeah, I need a fair bit of hay. So let's open this out. I've opened the wrong thing out. I've opened that, which I didn't mean to do. Right, now I think if I lower that should sit perfectly, I hope. Hopefully this is still set on swath. Turn on the hay bob, fingers crossed. There we go. Well, that seems to be a lot of hay. Wow. Okay. don't think I'm going to have much problem with this. That seems like a massive swath. But the hay bulb's doing a brilliant job. Turning can be often awkward in that because of the long trailed lifter, it doesn't follow the line perfectly for the mower, so sometimes you have to do a kind of wide arc or turn the whole thing off, or whatever way you want to do it. I'm going to use every bit of grass I can, I think, because that is amazing. And then what I'll do is I'll get the baler down. We'll get on with that as soon as possible to start working out roughly how many bales I'm getting for these. They seem to be larger swaths. I don't know if it's just the particular animation, or I don't know, it just seems to be very high. Although these ones don't seem to be as high, and this grass hasn't been fertilised. The field has, so that could just be the difference in yield between the fields and these side bits, which, if it is the case, wow. I think I'm going to get plenty. Anything over and above what I need for the bales, anything over and above what I need for the 150,000 litres for Mark, I'm going to put into storage, because it will always be used for TMR or anything like that, so power food, whatever you would rather call it. So look at the size of them now, and then look at the size of them now. That's a huge difference. The Haymaker. Not just the punch, obviously. We are making hay while the sun shines. I'm incredibly impressed. I've gone slightly offline a little bit though, to be fair. Right, I'm going to continue this, and then we'll come back in a bit, see how much I've got. We'll get the baler down here. I'll bring the baler down with the new tractor, so we can get a look at that too. This is an awesome piece of machinery, it really is brilliant. One of the pluses, or a plus to not having seasons on this Let's Play, is that I can if I want to mow and ted all of this, and I can leave the hay out while I bale, and there's no worry of it degrading at all while I'm doing that process. Fantastic. So here it is, the beast, the Challenger what did I go for? 975E. Big horsepower, big vehicle. I've only gone with standard but wheel weights rather than the twin wheels. Now this often has issues in that some of these, this and the, which is the other one does it, quad track's normally okay. The T9 sometimes does it. The rear attachments won't hook onto all trailers. This being a prime example, the baler wouldn't hook up. The easiest way around that is put a weight on, because the weight will attach onto the 3-point linkage on here, then the trailer can attach onto the trailer hitch on the weight. Only downside with this this particular configuration, because the bar on the baler is quite it hangs low. When it hooks up, it lifts the whole thing backwards on its axles, so it looks a bit ungainly. I'm hoping it's still going to work okay, so that when I turn it on and put the pickup down, the pickup's close enough to the ground. So we'll see. But this thing's epic. It's huge. So we'll start right here. Turn the beacons off. I've stopped part way round. I haven't done the middle of that field and I haven't even touched this one yet. I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Right, we'll drop the pickup. And like I said, I don't know. It might be low enough. We'll see. See if we leave any behind. I can drop that straight out of the back. So I'm not wrapping it because it's hay. It'll wrap grass, but it doesn't need to worry about this. Actually, this might be fairly productive. So I need 125 bales and then 150,000 litres loose. So, to be fair, that's 2 bales very, very close together. Oh, I've missed a load. Straighten up. I'll come back and get that. Wow, okay. To be fair, this tractor is absolute overkill for pulling this baler, but it's what I had available when it's new, so I thought I'd try it out. It's crazy, but it does mean now as well that I can use some of the bigger cultivators. Could even use the bigger plough, bigger seeders. Gives me options. Okay. Oh, we're looking pretty good, I have to say. I just have that feeling in the back of my mind, you know, that I did all the straw baling. I didn't want to do too many baling episodes right on top of each other, but finishing off these contracts where people had asked for straw and hay, they're kind of hanging over me. I just want to get them finished, so the people that ask them aren't waiting anymore, you know. I need to go back and tidy some of these bits up. So I'm missing bits here and there. So as you can imagine, this is also going to continue. I'll mop all this up and see how many we've got in what I've cut so far, and then we'll go from there and work out what to cut next. I'm not getting very far at all, am I? Between bales. That's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. It's fantastic. Right, I'll see you in a little while. I'll see where we're at. So with the two and a half circuits I'd done, I've got 37 bales, which isn't bad actually. So I've got the rest of this field here to do, all of this field here to do. I'm going to do both of those, and I'll come back to you and see where we're at after that. Hopefully up around 125 bales, and then it'll just be the loose to worry about. What I'll do now, I've done a couple of turns around at the top, I'll try to do up and down. I don't think I'll get a worker to do this, I don't think it'll work. Let's try. No. Too many bits of equipment. There's no way the worker's going to cope with that. Right, I've grabbed the Optum and I've grabbed the Lely Tego, isn't it? Yeah, the Lely Tego loading wagon. What I'm going to do, the 150,000 litres of loose hay that I need for Mark, I'm going to put into this storage facility here so it's separate. And then when Mark lets me know where he wants me to take it to, then I'll transport it to wherever it's got to go. So I'm going to take it off the field with this. When we get there, you'll see it's quite an amazing sight, I'll be honest with you. We have 125 hay bales. 100 are going to Adam, who works for a consortium of farmers in the Sussex area. They have been struggling to feed their dairy herds and needed 100 bales. I've been looking over my contracts that I've got in my folder on my laptop, and they said if I could provide them with 100 hay bales, they would give me 50 sheep. So the sheep are going to... That's interesting. How did that get there? So our sheep herd is going to get much bigger. Then I've got for Spring Creek Cattle Company for Cody. Cody wanted 25 to go with the straw that I'd supplied him with, and he is going to supply me with 20 cows. So I'm going to get another 50 sheep, another 20 cows. But as you can see, looking across both fields, there are hay bales everywhere. We have 125. But what I have got left is the swaths that I didn't use, and there aren't many of them to be fair, over here. I'm now going to collect, and these will go into storage, so I'm going to need to do some more of these, but I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to probably lease the auto load trailer again for bales. The bales will be taken down to the docks, the 100 for AW and the 25 for Cody, and they'll be put down by the docks. But for the time being, I want to see what I get out of this, and then I need to decide where else to go, field edges, that kind of stuff, to get the rest. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be too tricky a proposition. This is actually missing a bit. I've put the wide tyres back onto the Optum rather than the twin narrows, only because I just thought I don't need the narrows to be on it for doing this job, so it just made more sense. I did that at the little workshop at the scrapyard because the Lady Tego was stored up at Plumpton, so it just made sense to drive up there, change them over and then come back. Now obviously this can be done with a lorry, with the new lorries from BSM that have got the front 3-point linkages. You can do this and stick a snowblower on the front, and you can whiz along at a hell of a pace now with a snowblower attachment on the front. You can do it with a tractor with a snowblower attachment and a normal trailer. It doesn't have to be a loading wagon, but Farmer Adrian had one of these, so I just thought I'd use it. I could be using a 70,000 litre BSM trailer with like I say, with a lorry and a snowblower, or a large tractor and a snowblower. However you want to do it, really. It's probably quicker doing it that way. Someone sent me a link to a video on my Facebook page of a farm in Germany, and they were putting all of their chaff into a bunker silo and compacting it, and when it got to the last bits and they had a few lorry loads left, they couldn't get the vehicles up onto the silo, so they used a snowblower, and that's what they were using to get the silage out of the chaff up there. It was amazing. It's weird because when I'm making bales, 4,000 litres seems to rocket up really quickly, yet doing it like this, it doesn't seem to be going up as fast. I suppose it must be, but it just doesn't seem to be. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, so we'll see. But I can't remember what this holds. Is this 43 or 45? I honestly can't remember what this holds. It's not... oh, there you go, 42. 42,000 litres. That's the first 42,000 litres of 150,000. With what I've got left, I don't know if I'll get another 42. I'm not going to be far off. I'm not going to need to do a huge amount more loose hay, I don't think, but I'm going to take this over, and like I say, these worked brilliantly, both these, the Haymaker and the baler on the back of the Challenger, made very light work of it. It still took a little while to do, so like I say, next time you seal those bales, or I say not next time, because I've got to come back and get the rest of the hay, but they'll be down at the docks and all sorted out. So I'm going to go and put this into storage, because I haven't used that storage facility yet since the update. So in here, the reason I'm going to put into this one as well is it means that the 150,000 litres for Mark will be kept completely separate. They won't be mixed in with anything else. I need to check this again actually to see whether this got adjusted in the update. So now when Jim did the update 2 and I went round and showed it, I read it wrong and I got corrected and told it was 5 million litres it was showing, but I don't know if Jim corrected it. No, it's still saying 5 million litres. So I wonder if it will take 5 million or whether that's just a typo. So at the moment then we've got 42,000 litres in storage. Fantastic. Time to go and get the rest. So that's a couple more contracts knocked off my list. Once the 150,000 litres of marks in that storage ready for wherever he wants me to take it, that'll be another contract knocked off the list. I'm chugging my way through them, I'm getting there. Jonathan's is 56 grass bales, which would be far quicker to do. At least I think it will. What I might do is get just a front mower, put a front mower on the tractor with the baler on the back and just mow and bale at the same time. Oh, mind you, I can't use that baler, can I? That's the problem, isn't it? This baler is fantastic, but this will bale and wrap grass bales, it will bale straw and it will bale hay. So if I want to do just grass bales, I can't use this, because if I do a grass bale, it will wrap it, and he doesn't want silage bales, he wants grass. So that's not going to work. I'm going to have to lease just a grass baler. Just a cheap, inexpensive one. Anyway, as I come around and collect these last bits from here, I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. Like I say, get the bales down to the docks, and next time I see you, hopefully, there'll either be a short time lapse of me getting the rest of the hay for Mark. I don't want people thinking I'm cheating and buying it or doing anything dodgy. Yeah, then we'll be on to the next job. I think sugar beet's going to be next because the potatoes aren't ready yet, so I need to do beets for Big Papa C's hogs, isn't it? His hog farm. So yeah. Oh no, it's hickory smoked ham, wasn't it? That was it, sorry. Hickory smoked ham. Big Papa C's hickory smoked ham. And he wants to feed up his pigs using the sugar beet. That was it. So yeah, so it'll be sugar beet next, I think. And then hopefully once I've got through all of that, there's going to be sugar cane to do. I've got potatoes to do. Contracts for all of those. I've got some logging to do, some wood chipping to do, wood chipper manure. There's yeah, I've got a whole load of stuff to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. New machinery, a few more contracts done. I'll get some seeding done actually. I need to get some field seeded. But if you have enjoyed this episode, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.